So I've just fitted the clutch cable just by putting it through the side of the housing, and then that housing actually spins and threads onto the cable, and then attach the inner side of the cable to the mechanism, and then bolted it all back up, and then just use the adjusting nuts underneath that to take up the slack in the cable, and then just check that everything's working. So I knew that I knew what these were like before I took it apart, so I set them back how they were. You can do it according to, well, I did it off the thread. There was five threads showing on each one, so that was obviously enough to have the clutch pack gripping before I took it apart. And now, so I just put it back how it was, and I can see that when I hit that's with the lever on, the lever off, lever on, lever off. So it's actually working in terms of the shaft simply goes from the other side all the way through to, and it rests on this plate, and then when you activate it, it just pushes the plate out. Unfortunately, where I live, they don't let you run open primary. You have to have a cover on it. It's part of the regulations. So I've got this cover here. It's just a plate, fabricated and then powder coated. Does the job. Just got to run a little spacer in here to space out the chain guard and that from the spacer plate. And from memory, I think this goes on the chain guard, goes on the outside, which gives it a bit more clearance on here. Not too bad.
Where are you going off to? Stay there. I need help behind this one. It's hard, isn't it? Damn it! You're in my hands, Bob. It's hard. By yourself.
Yep. Much easier to drill a small pilot, especially through harder material, and then you just go bigger and bigger as you go. And try and do it a bit like this, like I did at the start, and it just won't drill through it, and it fucks your drill bit too. Oh, I do. I should do.
You're not going to give up, are you, Mason? No, I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Where is she?
So I picked up a set of these pipes second hand. They're going to need a little bit of work, and also in the process of modifying. This is the bracket I had for an old exhaust, and I'm going to have to cut it and do some stuff here, fix it all up, and then get it powder coated again. But for the price of the exhaust, little bit of effort there won't be too much of an issue. I've also fitted the battery. My idea worked. I undo the bolts from the bottom, the tray slides to the side a bit, and then you can pull the battery out, which as you can see, once the starter motor is going to be in there, it's quite a tight fit. Very tight between that negative electrical terminal. It's a good thing it is negative. Yeah, that's about it. I've fitted the exhaust brackets now that I made, so that all fits sweet. I've just chucked the bolts on for the pipes, so they're all bolted up too now. Wasn't sure about colour, or I wanted chrome, I think, in the beginning. But I really like how the little bits of chrome stick out the ends of the Vance & Hines pipes. So I've gone with those pre-made ones instead of fabricating pipes. They look pretty good, I reckon, anyway. So now I've just got to put the starter motor on the seat and put some oil in it. So I actually had some problems with this starter motor before I took the bike apart. It was throwing the armature out, but the armature was getting stuck in the gears. I wasn't sure if it was a battery issue or the actual starter, so I rebuilt this. The brushes were a bit average, and yeah, I'll see how it goes. I've got a gut feeling I might need to buy a new one, but we'll find out anyway. So there isn't much left to do really on the bike. See that little screw there? I've put that in place to block off the oil pressure sender, mainly because I'll show you, I've snapped 2 of them in the past. I don't even really remember how they snapped or why they snapped. Here it is. So for a start, they always leak between the metal and the plastic bit here, right around this edge. I've had several of them leak, which is no good. And then, can't remember how, but I snapped this one. And the one before it leaked as well. I'm just over it. I'm just going to blank it. I don't need it. If I lose oil pressure, I'm sure I'll hear it straight away anyway. Your engine will carry on as soon as you lose oil pressure. It'll get loud and everything will start ticking. So, yep. Apart from that, I've got to wait for that glue to dry. And I've just got to put the seat on. So I'll put the seat on now, and tomorrow morning I'll probably fill the oils up and give her a go. Just have a look at that seat. Man, that's a good seat. So that's the seat bolted up. What's left to do really? Just oils. Put the oils in, bleed the brakes out. I'll do all that tomorrow. See you in the morning.